What is going on, guys? Brewer here, back again with another video, and right now I'm traveling. I just came back from Austin. I am in Miami right now and I'm going back to Austin in a couple days. So sorry if the video quality is not as good as it usually is, but I just wanted to come on here and answer a question that a lot of you have asked in my comment section over the past week or so, which is, do you want to do lowest cost when you're testing with TikTok, or do you want to do manual bidding? Now, I've released multiple video trainings on how to run TikTok ads and how to launch your product tests in the best way, and primarily so far I've been talking about manual bidding, and the reason is because it works very, very well. When we first started running TikTok ads and testing around with it and messing with it, lowest cost wasn't even an option, so the way that we kind of optimized our strategy was completely based around manual bidding because we didn't have any other choice. But recently TikTok released the lowest cost option, which is essentially equivalent to like an automatic bidding system where you don't need to set the bid and it'll kind of like decide what the bid should be for you. And you know, in essence, you won't have any spending issues, but at the same time, you don't have control over the spend of your ad account, which, to be honest, we don't really care about anyways, as long as it spends the money and brings the results. But around the same time that TikTok released lowest cost bidding, we started seeing like a lot of inconsistencies with spending across, you know, different manual bidding accounts, which wasn't really that big of an issue in the beginning when we were just messing with it and lowest cost wasn't an option. It's almost like once they introduced lowest cost, it just increased the minimum bid on like every targeting option, and now it's like pretty difficult to get your ads to spend if you're doing manual bidding. So this is a little bit annoying, and it's part of the reason why I wanted to make this video to talk about, you know, should you be doing lowest cost or should you be doing manual bid? So let's look at each option. So the primary way that we do manual bidding is essentially with $20 budgets and a $19.99 bid. Now, a lot of people asked, like, why are you doing a $19.99 bid? And the answer to that question is essentially you can only bid up to your daily budget. So our daily budget was 20. That's kind of the minimum daily budget. So we figured that let's just set the manual bid to like as high as we can. That way we run into as little spending issues as possible. I mean, obviously so far this method has worked the best for myself and clients, but with the spending issues starting to come up, it's starting to get like really, really annoying. And it's not even like a consistent spending issue that we can easily solve. It like varies per product. It varies per interest. Like I've seen different interest spending and different interest not spending, even varying per ad account. Like I've even seen ad accounts where manual bidding just won't spend no matter what you do. So obviously manual bidding would be a much better option, and we'd probably be sticking with it if you were able to bid higher than your daily budget. But we don't want to do $100 daily budgets for each ad set when we're product testing. That's what kind of puts us in this dilemma of like, okay, do we do manual bidding and, you know, not spend half the time, or do we just do lowest cost? And that brings us to the question of like, if we do lowest cost, how's it going to perform? Are we still going to be able to see the same results that we did with manual bidding using lowest cost? So we tested it out. We recently started running lowest cost. I've talked to a few friends that also run lowest cost, and so far we've had zero spending issues. So it's almost like the issues were being caused by the manual bidding itself. I honestly don't really know why. Maybe it's the way that their algorithm is set up or the way that it was optimizing. It all comes down to how lowest cost performs. And the good news is we've been finding winners with lowest cost. Like lowest cost has been performing really, really well so far for us. And it kind of looks like we're going to be moving in the direction of only using lowest cost, like just kind of staying away from manual bidding entirely and just relying on their auto bid system, which is exactly what we were doing with Facebook, and we made it work very, very well. So I'm pretty optimistic with how it's going to work on TikTok. So, I mean, it was kind of unpromising at first because the results were like really inconsistent. It was like, you know, higher cost per purchases if you compared it to manual bidding, you know, stuff like that. But like as we've been running it more, I think other variables come into play, like your store, your product, where you can actually still pop winners just fine. So we are in fact seeing the same success rates when testing using lowest cost than manual bid. So kind of like in my eyes, if you have spend issues with manual bidding, just move the lowest cost, because if you have the potential to get the same results, the same success rate with lowest cost, go with the way that gives you the least amount of headaches. I would also like to invite you to split test it for yourself. Like obviously everybody's still learning TikTok. It's a new platform. The features that we're testing out are new. I just did an interview with Nazarati. If you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely go watch it. She talked about her ad strategy and what she did, which for every single product that she runs, she actually tests 2 different manual bids and she also tests lowest cost, and that's so she's kind of like testing both at the same time, and she's seeing really good results by doing that. I think we're gonna choose one and just stick with it. I don't know if we're gonna mix it, but I would definitely encourage you to, you know, put in that extra little bit of effort maybe on the next product you test, or if you already have a winning product on TikTok, go ahead and split test lowest cost versus manual bid and leave a comment and let me know what the results are like, because I would love to hear about it. We're gonna start using lowest cost like a whole lot more now, especially since we're starting to see a lot better results with it. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make this quick video and go a little bit more in depth on the manual bidding and lowest cost options on TikTok, share my thoughts and kind of tell you what the results that we're seeing and kind of the direction that we're heading into, because I know a lot of people are having spending issues, and I think manual bidding is kind of like one of the primary reasons for that. So if you are manual bidding, test out lowest cost. You can even test out manual bidding if all you're doing is lowest cost, because personally so far, like, we're seeing the same success rates with both. In my opinion, you should just go with the one that gives you the least amount of issues. But that's it for this video. This is Noah Brewer, and I'm out. Peace.